I'm noticing that I'm still very red and a shadow has dyed my eyelid from my last video, but it's fine. Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new here. For today's video I'm going to attempt to do the one dip makeup challenge. So the one dip makeup challenge is basically what it says in the name. You get one dip of each makeup product and try and create a beautiful full face of makeup. I'm not too confident for this challenge. The last few challenge videos I've done have turned out pretty decent, but I am not confident in this one at all. So if you want to see me attempting the one dip makeup challenge, just keep watching. So the first thing I do in my makeup routine is my eyebrows, and I usually use a pencil, so I wasn't sure how I would do that with one dip. So this is probably where I'm going to really mess up. I'm going to use a brow pomade, and brow pomades I have no clue how to put them on. I'm not good at putting them on, but for the sake of this video and it's one dip, I'm going to try and use a brow pomade. So I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Tattoo Brow in medium brown. Brow pomade, wee brush. Right. That's so dark for being medium brown. I'm going to apply some on this brow as well. Oh, that's medium brown. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, what the hell? Why is this so dark? I still have this big clump on the back of my hand, by the way, but I'm just going to try and see if I can do a nice blend at the front with what is left on the brush. I mean, the blend looks not too bad. I'm going to spool them out. I just can't believe how dark they are. That is not as bad as I thought they were going to turn out. Like, the blending on this one is actually really, really nice, but this one I'm not too happy about. But I can fix that with other products and when I put the rest of my makeup on, so I'm sure it will come together. Like, that was what I was most worried about in this video. I know I haven't done anything else, but that was what I was most worried about because I'm not the best at putting pomade on. Now the eyebrows are on, I'm going to carve them out using the Missy Lynn Concealer in shade Wheat. So this is all I can use to carve the brows out. Try and use a lot of the front because that's where I need a lot of the carving. Oh, just nearly put that in my brow. I'm just literally trying to use all the product that's on that applicator. Right, now I'm just going to take a wee angled brush and carve them out the best I can with so little product. I probably use too much product usually to carve out my brows, so this might teach me that I don't need a lot. Yeah, that is completely manageable with the amount of product I use there, so I need to stop using so much to carve out my brows. Not too bad so far. So now I'm going to move on to the eyes. So starting off with the eyes, I'm going to take the P. Louise eyeshadow base, and I've got 05. This isn't so much a dip because you squeeze it out, but I'm just going to do one squeeze of the bottle and that's me. So I'm going to put it onto my two fingers, evenly distribute it, bash that on, using every little piece. Then I'm going to take a brush to blend it out, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender afterwards. So for today's eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bay Bright palette. I love it, it's so bright, just like it says on the tin. And I'm kind of feeling a blue look today. This blue line is what we're going to be using for today's video. For my transition shade, I'm going to be using this shade here, which is Daydream. Swirling it round. Okay, that is my one dip. So got to do that, got to do that, got to do that, got to do that. Packing it before I drag it and blend it, you know, tapping it all into my eye. Right, not too bad. I thought that was going to go so much worse, so now I'm just going to blend it out a little bit. Right, That's actually, like, I can't believe I got that. What? I can't believe I managed to get all that product with one dip. Well, one swirl. Right, that is my transition shade all blended out. So now I'm going to move on to my crease shade. So for the crease, I'm going to be using this shade, which is Paradise. Into the crease. Definitely going to have to put another shade in because this isn't going to do much. It's very similar and it's blending out very similarly to my transition shade. Right, I'm going to go with the next shade, which is Splash. And it has got shimmer in it, but it's a bit deeper. So into the crease. Right, my camera cut off there, so I don't know how far I spoke without realising. But my eyes are still the same. This is how we're looking. Now I'm going to choose my outer corner colour. So this has got shimmer as well, but I'm going to take Riviera, which is a darker blue. So swirl. And this is for my outer V, so why is it not showing up at all? You've done me dirty. All these colours in here are good, apart for you. That's not showing up, is it? Not very much. I'm going to blend it together and then move on to another shade because I really want some dimension. All these shades are kind of similar and blending out together, not giving me the dimension that I want for this blue eye look. Like, what? What's going on? I'm using the same brush, so it does obviously look like there's product on, but I'm going to take this very deep blue and it's called Stormy Night. So if this doesn't show up, there will be hell to pay. Yes, it shows up. It came through. It came to the party. It so nicely joined us. Stormy Night has joined the chat. Get a Brianna. Right, outer V, packing it on as much as I can, dragging it through the crease. Oh, she has came through for us today. Why did I sound like Lawrence Chaney when I said that? Yes, this is the depth and dimension that I was looking for, and I have it. Right, okay, gonna blend it out. Blend it out with this brush. See how far we go. Not looking too bad. Okay, other eye, let's blend you out. I really don't know what to put on the lid now because I thought there'd be a really nice light blue shimmer, but there's not. I'm going to take Lagoon, which is a shimmer. Here we go. This is what we're working with. It looks amazing. There is so much fallout on the top of my finger as well, but got to do that. Got to do that and that and that. That and that and that. That. It doesn't look any different on camera, but in the mirror, that's so nice together. Okay, for my primer today, I'm going to be using Illamasqua Hydra Veil and taking a dip of that. So this is what we look like inside. A gel consistency, so I'm going to stick my finger in and that is what I've came away with. Okay, stick it on my T-zone first because those are the areas that really matter most. Next for foundation, I'm going to use Avon True Colour Flawless Liquid Foundation in the shade Creamy Natural. So I'm going to take a brush. Am I going to take a brush? What do you think the best way to do this is? Right, I got the pump work in, so I think that's one dip. Not a lot, so that's really not a lot. Like, how am I going to do this? So foundation brush, I'm focusing basically on the lower half of my face because I know I can put concealer up here. I'm like dragging this product over my face. Like you can see, I'm dragging my brush over my face. This is not good. It's covered, but I mean, not covered, if you get me. Like, I have a layer on, but that's nowhere near the coverage I want for my foundation. I'm going to move on to concealer, so I'm going to use the Zoeva Authentic Skin Perfector in the shade Absolute. This applicator is amazing because you always get a lot of product on it, so watch me not get enough. And you know, I'm just going to give it the wee extra something because the lack of foundation. And I'm going to use this concealer to clean up the shadow as well. Well, I'm always pleasantly surprised during these challenge videos because I always go in thinking I'm actually going to do terrible, this is going to be drastic, there's no way I'm going to manage it, and it's not looking like a train wreck at this point yet. So next I'm going to bake my under eyes, and I'm going to use the original RCMA No Colour powder and a wee beauty blender, and hopefully I can bake both eyes with this. In we go. Not going to tap off. Okay, I've got my baking powder on, so next I'm going to powder my face. Usually I use a pressed powder, but I think today I'm going to use another baking powder to do my full face, because that just seems like the logical thing to do. I'm going to take the Coty Airspun loose powder, and I don't have a lot of this left. So, powder brush, one dip. I'm so tempted to knock this, but maybe let a wee couple taps because that is a lot. Saying that I like a lot of powder, so I'm going to start with forehead, cheeks, chin, nose. That's a lot of powder and it's getting everywhere. I've just changed the bed. Oh yes, I've got this. Powder is done. Probably cheated on that bit, but work smart, not hard. Don't know if my thinking behind this is great, but I'm going to take the darkest bronzer I own. Is this the darkest bronzer I own? Yeah, it's pretty dark. So I'm taking the NYX matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. My thinking behind this is you get a lot, you can move it around a lot. Famous last words. So 360 twirl. Oh, right, delicately put it on the face. Okay. Okay, get the forehead. Try and get it on every area before I start going ham. Let's go around the face like I would usually. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not as bronze as obviously I'd want. It's definitely not the worst. And I'm glad it didn't look absolutely mental either. But it's not as bronze as I would like. But beggars actually can't be choosers in this situation, can we? I'm picking a blush that I know is very pigmented and there is a lot of fallout on it. I'm going to use a PS Blush High Pigment Blusher in the shade Adored, and this is obviously Primark. And I actually love this blush so much, but I'm going to use it because I know there is a lot of pigmentation in it. This is what we look like. 360 twirl. And see, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh Christ. Yep, very pigmented. Don't need a lot of this blush, but I've picked up as much as I could just so it's there and I can blend it out. You know, I always blend out my face anyway with a clean brush, so it doesn't matter that I've taken a lot. Right, I'm going to blend it out a bit with this brush, just so it's nice and blended and not as crazy looking. Oh, that'll need to do, donkey. I'm not looking absolutely mental like I thought it would. For highlight today, I'm going to use Mary Luminizer and see how much I can pick up in a wee 360 twirl with this brush, because this brush is not my favourite, but okay, that is my twirl. So okay, Let's down the nose. Have I got any left? Yeah, for the brow bone. Fine over it. It's in my brow and everything. Just let me blend it out. Blend out my highlight anyway, so it's more natural looking, but it's not too bad. I'm going back to the eyes and I'm going to do the lower lash line. So back to this palette. I'm going to take Paradise again, a swirly swirl, and oh, I've got to hold that palette there for the full video. Just pop this under the lash line, and it's not showing up as much as I would like. That's not what I wanted to go for, but that is all we have. That was all the product that I had on the brush. So when I do eyeliner, I usually use the pen eyeliners or the marker eyeliners because they're just the easiest for me to use. You get the most control because it's just like a pen. But for the sake of this video, I will use a liquid liner. So I'm taking the Huda Beauty Life Liner Very Vanta. And here is the liquid side. And that's my one dip, right? That is my one dip. Let's, I hate it already. I hate liquid liner. I'm going to do the other side because I feel like if I've got the front of my eye done, it just looks fine. Why can't I not do this? No, fuck. Look how thick that is. Very much running out of this eyeliner. Oh, and we've just managed. Now, that makes my eye look very flat. There we go, there was some excess on the rest of my eye. Okay, I'm going to stick false lashes on. I'm just going to use these ones by Doll Beauty, and then I've got my lash glue. So, I'm going to take my glue, and that's all I can use. That is actually more than enough anyway, because you never need a lot. Okay, coat the lashes. Right, I'm going to leave the applicator outside of the tube because I usually need more lash glue when I stick them on and like a corner flips up or something. So I'm going to wait until those go a bit tacky, then put them on my eyes. Right, lashes are on. Looking mental, but I'm going to take mascara now. I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Sky Mascara, the one that everyone has been ranting and raving about. I'm going to focus this on my lower lashes because obviously we have this, and anything extra I'll just brush through my natural lashes to kind of try and blend these together. So that's all we get. And I'm not even going to dab off the little bit at the end because I want all the mascara I can use. Okay. Right, any excess on the brush I'm just going to use to coat the top lashes. Can't really see any lashes apart from here underneath, but mascara done. Right, lastly moving on to lips. I was going to use a lip liner, but obviously it's hard to distinguish what is one dip of a lip liner pencil. So I'm just going to use a liquid lipstick for the lips. I don't actually have a lot of shades that would go with a blue smoky eye, so I'm just going to choose this one, the Avon True Power Stay 16 Hour Lip Colour in the shade Can't Quit Cafe. And that's all we've got. Oh, we can do it. I've got faith. I've got faith. Yeah. I really would have liked a lip liner of some sort under this because this lip colour isn't great without it, but first shout in about 2 hours. So my lips look a bit washed out because I haven't used a lip liner to define my lips basically. So that is the last step of my makeup in this challenge, and I don't think I've done too bad. I think I say that at the end of all my challenge videos, but I really don't think I've done too bad. Like, it is not the worst. So that is all I have for the one dip makeup challenge. Can't believe I've done it. So if you enjoyed seeing me doing another challenge, don't forget to subscribe because I can really use your support. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye.